Hey everyone, I'm Christine DeMeo and I am a professional musician here in Arkansas, and I just thought that I would take you along with me tonight for a corporate gig that I have here in Hot Springs and let you kind of see my setup and what I do. First off, I usually like to leave at least an hour or two before the gig. That way I have plenty of time to set up and troubleshoot any issues. So let's go ahead and get on the road. So I've arrived at my destination of where I'm going to be playing at tonight. And usually if I've played somewhere before, I'll just go straight to hauling in my stuff. But since I've never played at this venue, I will reach out to my contact and let them know that I'm here and see exactly where it is I need to be hauling all my gear. And unfortunately for me, I do have a lot of gear because I am a one-woman band and it takes a lot to sound cool. So I'm gonna reach out, figure out where I need to go, and then we'll start unloading all this gear. It's a little cold, wet, and rainy out here, so I think what I'm gonna do is just give you a quick view of everything that's in the back of my SUV, which I drive a Ford Explorer. I've got lots of gear. Usually I end up taking my own rug, but it's carpeted in there, so I'm not gonna need that. I'm not gonna need this right here, which is a light, because they've got all the stuff pretty much ready. And the rest will just be like my PA and a couple other things that I need. So I'm gonna get this unloaded. I will tell you though, one of the best pieces of gear that I have ever bought is this guy right here. Ugh. This is a rock and roll cart. I'm sorry, a rock and roller cart. So folds up, I don't know if you guys can see it, folds up really small, and it'll unfold into this. There we go. So this thing is pretty small, folds up really compact, but this is how big it is, and it fits a lot of my gear on it. Very, very useful. It's a lifesaver. Honestly, it's probably the best like $100 that I've ever bought in my life of gear, so I would gladly buy it again. As you can see, I am leaving a few things, like I said, in the vehicle. Don't need the rug, don't need the light. I'm actually not gonna take my kick drum in that I usually bring in, because it's kind of going to be more of a I'm background music type of gig, which is totally fine. But here in a minute, I'm going to make another trip out and I'm going to get this EV PA out and show you guys. So it's kind of like the Wizard of Oz here. You got to knock and then they'll let you in. So that's pretty much what I'm waiting on right now. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Whoop. Thank you so much.
You good? Are you filming?
I am, just a little bit. Hello, Governor. Wow, you guys got all kinds of cool stuff here. This is really neat. All right, so obviously this is a boat show, and I will be providing music for Greg Orr. We're gonna check out some cool boats, and I'm gonna play some music. But see what I mean? All my stuff pretty much fits on this cart. It's, like I said, one of the best pieces of gear I've probably ever spent money on. Definitely highly recommend. It's a lifesaver. And let's go and get this party started. Ooh, I like that one. I'm gonna be over here in this corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Just kidding. All right, let's go get that one more piece of gear, which is the most important piece of gear, my sound system, the EV30M. I love that thing. It's been another great piece of gear that I've bought. I used to roll around with the EV50s, but believe it or not, that 12-inch sub, it's significantly heavier than the 10-inch sub. So I'm gonna get that. It's got wheels, and we'll roll that baby in. All right, check it out. That's the EV30M. I got it with the rolly case. Like I said, it's super compact, and here in a minute you'll get to see it in full force. But I love that it's on wheels. Pretty awesome. All right, so let's get this show on the road and get this stuff set up. Stuff set up, and I will show you guys a little rundown real quick of all my stuff. Let's check it out. All right, so here's the rundown. I've got my Roland Octopad for all of those wonderful beats that I like to do and make for my songs, because I do a lot of live looping, so this thing is pretty great. Got a little shaker for some added percussive sounds, and then I've got my in-ear monitors that I like to use, which are Planet Waves. They're pretty awesome. I really like them a lot. You can get them done. They do a scan of your ear with your iPhone, which I thought was pretty cool. And then down here, I've got my looping board, which is obviously my RC-600 for my looper. I got a multi-effects pedal and a couple other little pedals, you know, octave, tuner, my LR Bags direct box, and then a switcher for memory. And then I've also got a Boss VE2. It's a vocal harmonizer. Actually gives you a really good reverb on your voice. Of course, I've got my Taylor T5Z Pro. And then my iPad for lyrics. And if I'm doing anything extra like taking requests or streaming, I can split screen and see both things at the same time. And I've got my in-ear monitor pack down here charging. This is the X Vive. I think it's the X Vive U4. Anyway, it's pretty awesome wireless in-ear monitor. And then right here, this is the Evolve 30M. It's got a mixer on the back of it. If you haven't checked this out, it's actually pretty awesome. And this is really all you need when it comes to a PA. This thing is loud, but at the same time you can keep it at a decent volume. And I've got my pedal board case. This is a pedal train case, and I haul all my stuff in that, but for the most part, this is my whole setup. I know everybody's been asking me about it, so I'm trying to answer some questions. If you guys want a more detailed review of the looper setup, you'll have to hit me up in the comments, and I'll see if I can do another video.
Watching you the only drug I need. You're gangster, I'm so bloody. You're the only one I'm dreaming of. You see, I can be myself now finally. Now there's nothing I can't be. I want the world to see you be with me. Saying so, sister. Hey, that Mr. Mister on the radio. Stereo the way I'm moving, very you know. Hey, so, sister. I don't wanna miss a single thing you do this. met you. Forget just why I ever left you. I was insane. Stay and play that Blink-182 song. Now we I pulled into Nashville, Tennessee. You wouldn't even come out to see me. Since I'm headed up to Carolina, you know I'm gonna be right there behind you. Always had to get my
Going off the mic for a second. This is such a cool part of my job. Oh, you guys go ahead. You're fine. I get to see all this cool stuff, like check out that fish tank right there. The day after the gig, that was a fun one. Thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight to some of the stuff that I use and a little bit of what I do every weekend.